Hey, welcome back. This is the Vastfire 5000 lumen flashlight, which I just got my hands on. It's beautiful, it's solid, it's extremely bright. It's also got some pretty good features in it, and we're going to test it with another flashlight which I have. Welcome back to rTech. So this isn't a paid review, but I did get this piece sent over by Vastfire. It came in this box pretty broken up, but I was a little worried about what was the state of the flashlight inside. But thankfully, nothing seemed to be really wrong with it. And this is the packaging they use with all their flashlights, so don't be surprised with that. So there is a cable included, and this is a pretty good cable. It's a USB-C. There's a little bit of bubble wrap here just to protect your flashlight. There's a user manual. It's just a sheet, just one page on both sides, has some information on it. It says micro USB, but it's actually a USB-C, thankfully. It has 5000 lumen, distance capable of about 650 feet, 8 hours to charge it fully, 4 hours on full brightness, and also acts like a power bank because it's got a USB-A port. And these two accessories which were in this particular box were broken, but I don't think I'm going to use it. And this is the model number CAF226P90. It says Vastfire on it. It's fully built with aluminum, and there's a big projector lens in the front of it. So this uses the legendary XHP70 version 2 LEDs, which draws up to 29 watts. That's 5.7 amps. Can you believe that? The result is 4,900 plus lumens. I have a few other flashlights just to give you an idea of what the size of this thing is. So this is the Ultrafire, which is about 5 years old, XML T6. So this one's a pretty old one, and I'm just trying to see if I can align this right. But yeah, you can get an idea of how big this Vastfire flashlight is. It's solid and it's really heavy, considering it's got a 10,000 milliamp battery inside, and it's also got this side function light. And all of these flashlights are zoomable, so it gets even bigger when you pull out this section. And the whole thing weighs about 500 grams. So this is the old flashlight which I have, and this is also zoomable, and you can see that they all have similar functions in terms of getting the lights adjusted based on the usage you need. In terms of grip, this aluminum texture really helps you hold on to the flashlight very firmly. This top section, however, is different. It's got this nice aluminum finish to it in terms of color as well. And it's a single button function, and you can see the indicator LEDs for the amount of charge you have in the flashlight. And unfortunately, one of them was damaged. I don't know whether that's because of the transportation. Here's a small little rubber flap that protects charging unit as well as your USB port for using it as a power bank. So USB-C, thankfully, very nice. And this is built with good quality aluminum. And let's check out the section at the back, which we can of course remove and get the batteries out. And this had sort of unlimited winds. Now check out the size of these batteries. These are as big as shotgun shells. Really heavy and big. So that's good news. And each of these are 5000 milliamps, and this is a 26650 lithium ion battery, and there are two of them inside. So that's what gives this the capability to run 4 hours on full brightness. So yeah, pretty heavy. In fact, most of the weight goes on these two batteries. Otherwise, this flashlight's pretty light. And the section is built very nicely. The threading is so smooth. I mean, it's really nice. I can't explain it. And those are the side LED modules, just in case you want to use it in your campsite. So you can do that as well. So when you take out the front section, you can see a giant lens in the front. That's the projector. And those powerful LEDs over there, the XHP70 version 2s. Those are really unique to this particular flashlight. And pretty easy to take it off and put it back. I mean, the threads on the sections are so well milled because they literally have no gaps on it. I mean, this thing is built to perfection as far as I can see it. And once you put the battery in, and I'm just trying to put this thing back together, and you can see it's really fine. That thread is really small and fine, so that it gives you that absolute perfection when you close this thing together. So there's no shakes, and it's well, bound together. And just trying to check this whether it's working, and it does. Except for that one LED, everything else works fine. Remember, the quality of this LED will only be visible once the lens works properly. And it looks like it's doing a good job. This zoomable feature works really smooth and very functional. So there's a bit of flicker. That's only because of the camera picking it up, but otherwise the light doesn't flicker. You can't see it. And here are the 3 lights switched on. And the one on the right is actually called the iTonics. I mean, I've never heard of that brand, but they have a smaller flashlight with a single battery. In fact, even the Ultrafire has 2 cells, but the one on the right just has 1 battery. And that's pretty bright as well. But the Vastfire, well, it's a different level. And you can see the side lights also pretty bright. The Vastfire has got a much brighter side light on it, thanks to the very high power curved LEDs on the side. And you can actually dim them as well. It's got the same functions as the main light, except that it's got one additional step, that is the color change. Yeah, you do have the reds. It's pretty bright, and it's also got the SOS function, or the warning light function. It's a little fast on this one. You can't adjust that, but it is available in case you want it. So let's quickly run through the functions. A single click will get the main lights on, and then double clicking will get the side lights on. And you have 4 different types of lighting. So you can have full brightness, half brightness, red, and then the SOS or the warning lights. And that's how simple it is to use. So what do you think about this flashlight? Do you think it looks good? It's got a lanyard as well at the back. Well, most of these come with lanyards, and it's got a functional lanyard which can be adjusted. So very well built. So this flashlight is built well, and it has some good functions, including the power bank function. So 10,000 milliamps is really nice. It can be used as a power bank, and it's very functional with the side lights there and the warning lights. You can really use it for your camping or your trekking adventures, and it makes for a good flashlight at home if you want to use a big flashlight like this one. So yeah, let's appreciate this particular flashlight for a second. And here are the 3 other beauties that I have. So they're switched on as well, but you can't see the Ultrafire because it's got a bigger lip on top. But yeah. Oh, and yes, the Vastfire is actually splash protected with IPX4 rating. Just before I take it out for checking, I just want to kind of show you how the functionality is in terms of, holding this flashlight in one hand, you can actually use the zoom function pretty easily. So that's the thing I noticed, and that made sense a lot. So I took it out to one of these small hills in a nearby forest, and you can see the vehicles going there. That's at least about maybe 500 feet above, and I was just trying to see if it kind of reaches that, but it didn't make sense. But yes, so this has a really powerful beam, and if you're looking for something or if you're looking for someone, it's really easy to spot this flashlight. There were flight of steps. This is about maybe 250 steps down. There was also a road parallel to this, but I wanted to use a staircase and go down and see where this leads to. And there's absolutely no lights there. I mean, there's some lights here where I'm standing, but I wanted to take the stairs down and just ask my friend to film this, and I'll show you the whole way down. Let's see how this looks. So as mentioned before, this is IPX4 rated, so it can take rainwater. Right now it's actually drizzling, but nothing to worry about. So yeah, it can survive those casual rains, maybe not heavy, but yes, it is built to last in light rain. So I am taking it down, and you can see a little bit of drizzle there. The time was around 8:30, and there was absolutely no one in this particular place. There was light drizzle, as you can see, and a little bit of fog as well. That's the reason you get the beam pattern, which is visible easily in the air. Honestly, I was really blown away by the performance of this flashlight. These flight of stairs, though they look very normal, they're quite steep, and one fall can actually let you roll down the whole set of stairs, about 250 to 300 stairs. It's going to hurt you really bad, but this flashlight was pretty bright. It lets you see the whole pathway, and also gives you a good idea of how powerful that beam is, right? And it lights up everything pretty easily. Above all, you should remember that this is being recorded on a camera, so it's not actually showing the actual picture. You do have an idea of how bright this looks, but probably when you see it in real, it's different, and it's quite realistically bright. I think this camera is doing a fantastic job in terms of what you can see, but the reality is probably a little bit better than this. So if you like what you're seeing, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. It's right about over here where I just use the zoom function to show you how wide this light is. And the throw is amazing. You can actually light up the whole section of the area there. And this is how it looks if you're looking from right above. You can see the beam of light is really piercing even at that distance. And then finally I reached the base, and there was a lot of space for me to show you how well the beam works, and it's actually raining. So the torch is being used in the rain. I'm of course using an umbrella, but you can see how bright this thing is. So that's how capable this is. This is 5,000 lumens claimed, of course, and the range is about 200 meters, about 650 feet approximately, and it does a good job. I mean, this is confidence-inspiring flashlight if you're walking in the jungle, for sure. And now to check the side lights. So this is how the side light looks, or you can call it the secondary light. So again, you can adjust the brightness on that. Now turn it on to red, so you can use it if you have any issues or you want to use it as a warning light. That can be done as well. So at the beginning of the video, I did say I'll compare this flashlight to another flashlight. This is a 3500 lumen ITO NCS flashlight, single cell battery. I've shown you this in the beginning, and the Vastfire is now switched on the right. You can see that size-wise, they almost have the same sort of light throw output, but the Vastfire is about 2000 lumens more approximately. Now this is again claimed, but you can clearly see the difference. So this is the compare video. Have a look and enjoy. So I've always loved flashlights right from the time I was a child, and I remember my grandfather used to have a Sanyo Cadnica flashlight, and it was called a searchlight if I'm not wrong. And right from those days I always wanted to own a really powerful flashlight, and this Vastfire has brought those old memories back. So I don't know whether you guys like flashlights, but these are something really useful, and they have a special place in my heart. So have you used a very bright or powerful flashlight? Let me know in the comment section below about the details of that flashlight. It'll be interesting to share it with everybody else. So I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked the comparison. I hope you liked the way this was shot. It was a little difficult to find a spot to compare these flashlights, but hoping you have an idea of how bright this flashlight is. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, please subscribe if you haven't. Do your thing, like, dislike, but don't forget to subscribe. I'm getting more videos for you guys, and I hope you enjoy them. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I shall see you in the next one. Bye-bye.